all want to fit into the crowd. We want to be popular, we want to be liked, and we want to be acknowledged. But does this require us to all be the same? We're not all the same, although we try to, through the way we dress, the way we speak, and the things we do. There's not a single person in this world who is the same as another. Well, maybe if you're twins. If you look around, you won't find a single person who looks exactly like you or shares the same personality as you. This is a common fact that we all know. So why do we want to be alike when we are not? I have been moving around to different countries since I was little. Therefore, I have never been in the same school for longer than 3 years. When I moved to Florida from South Korea, about a 14-hour flight, I had no idea what the people, place, or language was like. Imagine an Asian kid who didn't know the ABCs, surrounded by students who could already say difficult sentences fluently. Do I want to fit in? Of course I do. Do I want to be fluent and be able to communicate? Of course I do. But do I want to be exactly like them? Definitely not, because I learned that it was okay to be different and to be respected for it. I love being a leader and putting myself out there. So how did the girl who was the odd one out become popular and feel like she belonged? I think of myself as weird, and so do others. Even my humanities teacher told me that I was weird in a good way. But I absolutely love that and don't get offended as some people do. Because people who influenced the world really were different, and they weren't afraid to expose themselves. I feel like middle schoolers now cover their real selves with a layer. A layer which is not them. For example, maybe somebody who likes Barbies tells others that he or she likes Pokemon just for the sheer reason that others like it. Or maybe somebody wants to cut their hair short but cannot because it wouldn't be stylish or fashionable. Before I learned that it was okay to be different, my inner self was covered by a layer as well. Instead of bringing lunch that I enjoyed, like kimchi and rice, a traditional Korean food, I brought things to school that other kids ate, like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or grilled cheese. The layer of my real self wasn't exposed because I was afraid of the consequences. Maybe being lonely with no friends, or even being made fun of for being different. But now, being at an international school where different people from different cultural backgrounds are acknowledged and celebrated, I feel more accepted. Because I'm surrounded by people who face similar experiences like me. So I figured that this is the reason why people tend to do things that a lot of people do. Just like me with my normal school lunches. Because honestly, things feel much easier when you feel like you belong and are part of a group. For instance, if you're the only one that didn't finish your homework, it'll be more embarrassing because you're the only one that didn't finish your homework while everybody else did. But if the whole class didn't finish their homework, it'll be less embarrassing because there are more people like you who didn't complete their assignment. But why do we feel this way? The internet is constantly bombarding us of things that we should and should not do. Things that we should say or not say. Things that we should wear or not wear. People respond to these demands to make sure that they're not excluded from the group. Making sure that what they're doing is what others are doing. Constantly and continually wanting the approval of somebody else. This is known as FOMO, short for fear of missing out. For instance, if a group of your friends agree on eating pizza, but you actually want to eat spaghetti, it'll be most unlikely that you'll speak out because nobody is standing up with you. Just so that you belong. Just so that you're not the odd one out. Just so that you're like the others. Maybe you don't want to feel like everybody in this world is friends, sharing this inside joke, something that only you don't know or don't understand. You might feel like you're the only dog in a world full of cats. But that's not true, and that's what I thought and told myself. And things turned out not just fine, but fantastic. Having this kind of mindset, I was able to acquire the skills, mannerisms, and language to be able to communicate and fit in with my peers. They thought I was one step closer to being like them, but I know deep down that I was still the odd one out. And that is okay. I love that about myself. I'm unique, and so is everybody else here. So always know that it is okay to be different, and that you are not the only one in this world dealing with these feelings. You're not the same as another human being, and that makes you completely and absolutely wonderful. Thank you.